I just wanted to make a couple of brief announcements. And if you're not familiar with this particular event, this is one of many events that the Whitefish Bay Civic Foundation does every year. We start off in the spring with the Green Day in the Bay, and then we have 2 ice cream socials. We do the 4th of July parade and the Sounds of Summer concert series, and then this is our final one for the year. I just wanted to mention that we really appreciate the over 300 families that have donated over $35,000 this year. These events wouldn't be possible without the support of not only families but also businesses. There's a couple other things that the Whitefish Bay Civic Foundation does. One is we offer a number of community grants every year. For example, we donated money to the Cumberland tennis court resurfacing project. We also donated money to the high school's upgrades. So if you're interested in asking for a community grant, just go to our website and you can learn more about that. We also give away a scholarship to one senior Whitefish Bay resident every year as well. I wanted to share a little bit of history too real quick about the Great Pumpkin Display. It started over 30 years ago by a resident named Gordy Falk. And we've been very lucky over the years to have hundreds of volunteers that have donated time to get the pumpkins, set them up, and staff. So we're very fortunate for all those volunteers. So if you've volunteered in the past, thank you so much. Tonight wouldn't be possible without everyone's support. There's a couple things that you might want to know about some of the pumpkins. We have over 4,000 pounds of ginormous pumpkins here. There's a total of 10 of them hidden around the park. And we have over 800 carving pumpkins available for anybody to go grab and decorate and then place out on the bleachers. And if you haven't done that already, please feel free to do so. And the greatest distance that one of our pumpkins have traveled for this event is from Cascade, Iowa, which is, I think it's about 205 miles away from here. And that pumpkin is located in the southwest corner of the park. We have a number of sponsors and volunteers that I'd like to quickly thank. We'd like to thank our marquee sponsor, which is the Milwaukee Admirals, and the additional 19 businesses that are listed in the front of our entrance of the park. We have over 100 volunteers that light pumpkins, clean up every night, and keep the guts in the buckets and clean up after us. We also want to thank the DPW. They started to set up the park about 2 weeks ago. It's a lot of work. They get no credit for it. And once the event's done, they're the ones that come, pick up the tables, return them to the parks that we borrow them from. So big thanks to the DPW. This event would not be possible without their help. We'd also like to thank 2 of our master carvers. We have 2 this year, Millie Ahrens and Lee Saberson. You might see him over here in the corner. He's working on one of his Diva pumpkins. He loves to make a Diva pumpkin, so if you haven't had a chance to check that out, he's over here. Lee has been coming here for over 20 years, I believe. His first pumpkin was master carving event was in 1987. He's a former resident of Whitefish Bay, and we're very fortunate. He moved away, and he now lives in Indiana, but he returns here every year, and you'll see Lee, anytime you drive by the park, carving one of the ginormous pumpkins. So I don't know where Lee is. Oh, he's over there, in the red and black check jacket over there, but if you get a chance, he loves to talk to people and explain how to carve ginormous pumpkins. Lastly, I'd like to thank the Pumpkin Planning Committee, and they consist of Dave Arnold, Kevin Buckley, Lisa Davidson, Lisa Dressellhuys, Suzanne LaFleur, Gwen Krasinski, Mary McPhail, Cindy Seaman, Mark Sumsky, and last but not least, Hugo Rojas. I'd like to introduce the band. Have a great time tonight. And if you have any questions, all the volunteers have blinking pumpkins, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have. Thanks so much. This is Riley.